Hey guys, it's your girl Beauty with Mika. So I have a new camera, you guys. By the time you guys watch this video, you will either see this before or after the unboxing, but I'm recording on a new Canon EOS 50. So let me know what you guys think about the quality and everything. It does have the side view, so if I'm not looking straight at you this way and you see I'm looking to the side, I have a actual side view frame. So I'm trying to learn this new camera, but let me know what you guys think about the quality and everything. I'm just trying something new. I decided to do an upgrade this year, but I wanted to give you guys a chit chat, get ready with me, because you guys love these and this is something that's been on my heart. And after today's incident, I felt like it was just easier to come and talk to you guys. I will be using some new products. One of the main focus will be the new Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Palette. You guys know I have talked about this, I've hauled this, so I definitely wanted to do a get ready with me using this, along with the new Milani blush in Coco, what is this, Coco Felicie. This was a recommendation from Andrea Renee, and then your girl did go ahead and get a new bronzer. I needed another one for Makeup Revolution. I like the shade Deep, but I went on and got a lighter shade, which is dark. So this is what it looks like. And this one's just a little bit lighter. I feel like Deep will give me that boom, glam, in your face, night out on the town, but this is more softer, everyday, natural, and I wanted something like that. I love to just warm up my skin with bronzer. So yeah, so everything will be commented down below. This is just going to be a chit chat. I do apologize in advance. This is my first time recording this camera, so if you guys see my eyes go over here, I'm just looking to make sure I'm in focus. But let's go ahead and get started. I have my mirror, everything. If you're wondering, I did prime my face with the Fenty matte primer and then also the eye primer. The foundation we're going to be using is the Stay Naked from Urban Decay in the shade 71 WY. So what I want to talk about today was just walking out on faith. COVID, the presidential elections, everything. I just feel like you have to walk out on faith. So I feel like you just have to walk out on faith. And one of the things that I actually had to go in and do was, and I need to talk while I'm doing this makeup, was I had a lot of stuff going on. So one of the things that happened, you guys know I got a job at the right when COVID happened. So like early, sometime right before summer. Long story short, that job decided to go ahead and just close because of, you know, I'm in LA, things are happening, and the business wasn't doing as expected, which is pretty normal for most businesses. Like, I'm not mad at it. I feel like a lot of businesses are deciding to make better business decisions than they would have in the past. Oh, and I did prime my eyes with the Fenty eye primer, if you're wondering. So I'm going in with the shade Spice Baby. So that's what happened. Then long story short, your girl ended up getting another job. Like literally right when terminations and layoffs was happening, I ended up getting another job with a significant amount of money that just feel like I gave it to God. I'm a giver. My friends will tell you I am a giver. Like, if I feel like I have something and I don't need anymore, I will literally be like, what's your address, and I'll send you stuff. So I'm always walking on faith with that. I'm always giving, and I feel like you have to give in order to just don't be selfish. Like, you got it, go ahead and share it. What are you gonna do with all of this stuff that you have? You know, like, yeah, you can sell some stuff, you can give it away, but always constantly, I'm always looking at blessing others and seeing how can I help people. And trust me, my circle is very small, but I'm known, like, in my group, like, if anybody needs help or something, they're always like, well, you could just call Mika, because Mika gon', you know, she'll help you, she'll look out for you and stuff. I don't want to do a pink eye. I want to do an orange eye because I want to match my nails. I did an autumn nail theme, matte color. So I'm going with Ginger Spice right here. So something that happened, so got the job, right? And I was grateful. I was forever grateful. But one of the things that I did while I was interviewing was I started to give things to God. I started to have a conversation with God and go, Lord, you know what I want to do in the next year. You know what my heart wants to do in the next 2 years. And I started to name off things to him and started to talk with him and just give it to him and say, Lord, I put this in your hands. Let thy will be done. And if this is for me, then it will be for me, and I will thrive and succeed in this role and in this position. But Lord, if it's not for me, I understand, but lead thy way. Now, that's what I normally do. If I feel it in my spirit, I will definitely be like, Lord, help me, guide me. Lord, I'm frustrated and I need your help. Lord, I don't see it your way. So help me. And just having that conversation and talking with God and saying, you know, Lord, I'm frustrated. And a lot of times we always want to go to family and other friends, and it's good to have a support system, but sometimes those people don't even understand sometimes what the hell you could be possibly going through. And the only person you can call on is God. And I'm not here to be like churchy or spiritual or anything, but I'm just telling you how I've been walking in faith during COVID. The next shadow I'm gonna go in is called Warm and Cozy right here. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I know I have an eye look in mind. These eyeshadows are definitely have a lot of dust and pick me up. Woo, yes. So one of the things that I did was, I've always been giving. I'm always a giver, and I walked in faith. When I tell y'all I have been walking in faith, oh my God. I have been walking around here like it ain't a pandemic. Girl, I've been walking around here like ain't nothing bothering me, because at the end of the day, I'm like, I know my God has me. Oh, I love that color. Oh my God, do you see it? That is called Warm and Cozy. This is a very pretty color. So that's what I did. One of the things that I recently did too, and I was so blessed and grateful to do it, was for this orange color with PSL and Chill right here, because I want a little bit of shimmer, but not a lot. And I'm gonna put it right here in the center of my eyelid. If it sparkles out, I think I'm about to spray it. I'm gonna go in with my Mario spray because I want that pigmentation from PLS and Chill, but I realized I'm gonna have to spray my brush. One of the things that made me really come on and say, you know what, just talk to your girls, let them know what's been going on, is I took the time out and I sent an email on great service from an employee at the store. And when I tell you guys that he always gives me good service all the time, just hands down. If I was a supervisor or I worked in retail, I would have swapped him up and put him into a managerial role, because that's how good he works. And when I tell you work, like, you ain't waiting, you're not asking, he asks all your questions. He makes you feel like you're like that, you are there, that's your undivided attention with him, and you can ask him anything. I'm gonna go in and lighten this up, so I'm gonna go in with Love You a Latte right here, this lighter color. I'm trying to get this to be a little bit lightened up, so I'm gonna go back over it. Oh, that look like I'm gonna mess it up. Oh, forget. I already know what I'm gonna do now. So yeah, so with that, I sent an email, right? Not even realizing what I could be doing, but as I was typing the email to give good service, I was praying and saying, Lord, I hope this gets in the right hands and bless this individual. And come to find out, I went back to the store today and he said, I need you to get out this car because I need to hug you. He said, you have blessed me and you don't know how, just with your email. Now, this wasn't a customer survey. This wasn't like a random survey that was sent to me and it said, do the survey on your experience, because I never get those. This was, I literally reached out and got the email to the store and said I wanted to send this email because the service was so good and I wanted to pay it forward. And when I tell you, look at what God did. Not only did this man get a pay increase, the CEO read my email, called the store and said, cap him out, give him whatever he deserves. He went from making $13 an hour over a year or 2 years ago to $25 an hour now. Got $1,000 bonus. Now, he doesn't watch my YouTube channel and I won't tell you which store this is, but it was so much of a blessing that I didn't know what his situation was. I didn't know if he had a family, kids. Come to find out, he's married, he has kids. All I knew was I wanted to give it back and go, I want to give this forward, because you constantly are helping me at anytime I come up here, I see you. It's like your family in that type of way, because that's how he treats you. He treats you like you just like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? What you buying now? That type of thing. And when I tell you guys, it was such a blessing to know that my email, just that one email, I am going to go back in with ginger spice, and I want to bring this up some right here in the bone. Yeah, that warm and cozy, I went heavy with. But just to go back and like listen to him and talk to him and hear his story about how, you know, he wanted to give up at one point, and he talked to God, and he even went to God, and he was just like, yo, what am I doing? And God told him, you know, change your attitude, change your ways, watch what happens. And look at what happened. When I tell you guys, abundantly received and blessed, it was, oh, I could have cried. And I was like, no, I have to do a video to let you guys know, walk in faith, whatever you believe, give back, be a giver. I solely believe in that, being a giver, blessing people even when you don't have it, when you don't sacrifice. If you sacrifice, trust me, God will send it back to you over and over and over again. Even when you think you least expect, you like, no, there's no way I'm gonna get this back. Trust me. When I tell you guys, trust me, I have received it back. And I literally had to I called my own godmother, and I was like, God blessed me. God heard my prayers. He heard my answers. And because I just give, because I take the time and I'm helping others, and I'm such a person of just helping and wanting to just know, like, if I'm succeeding, you succeeding. If you in my corner, I'm in your corner. That's how I feel. We not gonna be in competition with each other. Nah, if I'm making money, you making money. If you need help, we gonna get there together on that. And that's just how I've always been. Like, nah, there are people, I will say, over time I've had to learn to cut off. And either that's been because of jealousy, that's been because of hate, it's been over reasons. You know when you need to let people go in your life. And it's fine. It's fine. I always feel like when people are out of my life, those people are out for a reason. And they were there for that season. And I had to learn something from them to get where I'm going. Am I mad at it? No. Because at the end of the day, I know what is supposed to be for me will be given for me. And that's how I had to take that. I've ultimately been like, nah, I'm not hurt by that. Nah, I'm not mad that they're out of my life, because there's a reason why you gone. There's a reason why. And when I realized that, I'm like, oh, haha, gotcha. I know why. Haha. Thank you, Lord. Because if they was here, Lord, I couldn't do it. Couldn't have it. Wouldn't want it at the time. And it's such a blessing. When I tell you, just be positive, stay positive, do not give up on your dreams, your goals. Don't ever feel like because of your age is a hindrance and you can't do it now. It's like, why can't you do it now? You still able to move, you're still able to breathe. Do it. There's no reason why. And people look at me crazy when I'm like, just do it. They're like, but it's gonna be hard. Okay, we know it's gonna be hard. We know it's gonna be some struggles. We know you're gonna have some hiccups. We know you're gonna make some mistakes. Do it. Don't let anything stop you. Ideas, changes, any of that. I think I'm done kind of for now. I'm gonna close this. So that's how I feel. That's where my faith comes in, where I'm like, just give back, help others, bless someone, even if it's, don't expect anything in return. And that's one of the things that I've always been. I never expect anything in return from anybody. I always feel like at the end of the day, if it wasn't for me, it wasn't for me. And that's how I've always had to look at it. Like, you know what? I will give you this, and how I pay it forward. Even if you don't pay it forward, at least I can say I paid it for it. Even if I don't even see a return from it, you know what? I have to be grateful that, guess what? I got a roof over my head. I got food in my refrigerator. My bills are paid. My family is healthy. That's how you have to sometimes take things. Like, you know what? I may have never gotten anything from this, but at least I got my health. At least I'm grateful for my children. As crazy as them twins drive me, y'all, I'm so blessed for them too. They keep me and my husband going so much, but I love them to death. And when they're not around, I miss them like crazy, but I also enjoy that rest. I do enjoy my rest. But just be grateful and cherish those around you, because you never know when it's time for them to go through those heavenly gates and God calls them home, and you still down here fighting and screaming and yelling and acting crazy. Don't act crazy. Trust me. Sometimes it ain't even worth it. I used to be that person that had to go, ooh, she not cute. That person, Tamika 10 years ago, no. Tamika 10 years ago, she was mean. She had a lot of hurt. She had a lot of pain. And she couldn't find out what the reason was. Once I sit my butt down and realized what the reason was, girl, I started to see my life change. I started to sit there and start weeding out people. I started to love myself. I started to be who I was. And I could care less what somebody else thought about me. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to find out, you know, I need to make a change. Sometimes it's just like, be still and watch what happens in your life. Be still. It's always that, you know what they say, God says, just be still. Just be still and watch me. That's what I do. And I always get joy out of knowing when somebody gets blessed. I guess that's why I'm in human resources, because I always want to give back. I always want to see people promote and elevate their career or even get a job. It feels good when you call somebody like, you got a job. That feels so good, because you never know what that person been going through financially, and to know that you can help, that what you did to help them get where they are as far as even landing that job and their skill set, and you trusting in them and knowing like this will be that right person. Like, I know this will be the person. Y'all, this brow gets on my nerves. This brow is cool, but this one, this is London. And this is Caleb. Caleb always wants to do his own thing. That's how I define him, like my twins. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because my faith has always been my faith. And my faith is what is the reason why I still walk and do things. My faith is what got me to where I'm at in life, praying and sowing a seed and helping others, even when I didn't know where the next thing was going to come from. Lord, I couldn't tell you where I was going to get that next $20 from, but somebody else may have needed it at the time. And I was like, Lord, I'm going to go ahead and bless. Lord, I'm going to give, because what? I got $10. Okay, it's sitting there. What am I going to do with it? I'm good. Or just listening to people, praying. And sometimes when people be talking to me, I be praying over their spirit. I be praying to remove all the negative, all the junk, things that they don't see, people that don't need to be around them. I'll be praying over their spirit when they talking to me, and praying that they are just as happy as I am in life, and God just continues to build their spirit up. Because I feel I'm always the person that always looks at the good in people, even though you could be right in my face and you could be and I could be like, no, but you're still good. No, you still have a good heart. No, you're still this. And it's me just like, we gonna beat all that out of you, because I already know this is who you are. You just need to see who you are, so I'm gonna pray it out of you. That's the type of person I am. But it's felt so good today to hear just one email. When I tell y'all, I wanted to cry, and I didn't even understand. This man was like, you forever blessed me and my family. I just was like, I was just doing something that I would do all the time. Think about it. How many times we are so quick to send a negative email if we have bad customer service? If you count all the number of negative emails you send versus the number of positive experience you have, I bet you the negative emails will be way more than the positive, because we don't really take the time as people to really go in and acknowledge great service anymore. When do we really do that? You need to go, okay, if you're on the phone with somebody and they giving you good service and they helping you, go, can I speak to a supervisor? Can I get an email address? That stuff helps. Even if they send you an automatic survey, compliment them, get their name, because you don't know what just that time and effort that you did or you received could bless somebody. And that's what I did. It was literally, I read the email and I was like, dang, the CEO got this? Dang, you blessing this man? Because I just wanted to say he's great, he's good, he gives me good service. I'm constantly shopping at your store because of him. Not that I should be spending money, but dang, that made me feel good. That made me say that store gonna continue to get my money, because of the fact that they would acknowledge that email in that way to go, we need to pay it forward. This woman took the time out to email us, to tell us about, I'm using the Urban Decay. You have to really shake this up if you're wondering. To take the time out to send us an email on a job well done. And working in customer service is hard, especially during COVID. You got to hear somebody talk through a mask and we 6 feet apart. That is not hard. So I commend those people, because they coming in every day with a smile. Y'all, I got a nose piercing and I got my tragus pierced. So I am learning to do my makeup around my piercing. You have to commend those people. You have to be grateful. Like, you know what? You got a job. Thank you for a good service. If they having a bad day, compliment them, because sometimes you don't know what they've been going through. You don't know the person before you then pissed them off, because sometimes people still want to be they still want to have their negative attitude and give and don't care, and they feel like because you work in the service industry, you supposed to accept it and you're supposed to deal with their crap. And you know what I tell somebody? I had to tell somebody, I didn't wake up with you this morning. So don't be mean to me. I didn't wake up with you. I didn't do anything to you. But what I do know is, whoever pissed you off, I'm going to pray for you and I'm going to pray for them. And people will look at you crazy. They'd be like, I'm not going to send an email about you. I'm not going to talk or complain about how bad of an attitude you had. The best thing you could do to somebody is to tell them, I'll pray for you. Because guess what? Then you know where their spirit is at. Then you know where their heart is at. They will apologize. They will come back and realize that they was in the wrong and totally tell you they are sorry for things that wasn't even malicious, didn't have nothing to do with you, but because their intent was to be mean, their intent was to be just I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills volume mascara. You guys know I love this. I'm gonna do my top water lash. I'm not gonna apply any eyeliner because I kind of like this look. I like the whole pinks and oranges. That palette is good, but it has a lot of pickup, so you just never know. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. I'm in the shade 15 Dark. I recently went to the Charlotte Tilbury store and I didn't like the whole applicator tip, and I noticed that they took the sponge off. So what the girl told me to do was take the sponge off so you could control it and then dab it on, because when I tell y'all, the sponge was breaking off on its own. I do like this concealer, but she even agreed with me that the sponge just messes it all up, and I don't even have that much left. You can see right there. Get in there. Yeah, so you can see it doesn't have as much. I don't have as much left, so I want to continue to use this up. But the rep did tell me that they had she said that's one of the things that they do, so I told her I hope they change it. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend this out. I just say, make sure you pay things forward. Make sure you're giving back. Make sure you are walking in whatever faith you believe, and stay positive, because things may not happen right now when you want them to. Because Lord, trust me, if things happen right then when you wanted to, would you really be ready for it? That's how I have to look at it. I go, I wasn't ready for that years ago, but I'm ready for it now. I wasn't ready for kids when in my early 20s, but after I married my husband, because trust me, I didn't want kids when I didn't want kids. Did I want kids? I didn't want kids until I met my husband, because I said it was going to take a good man to change my heart to make me have some kids, because I was so ready to be like, nah, I'll be a career woman and my nieces and nephews will get my money. And I had started to really train my nieces and nephews to believe, like, if something happened to auntie, you gonna get the check, okay? You'll get the money. And once I had kids, my nieces and nephews was like, what the hell happened to you? You wasn't supposed to be, what happened? When did you just, we didn't discuss kids. And I'm forever grateful, because trust and believe, it took some work to get where I'm at. I'm using the Mented medium deep setting powder, if you're wondering, and I get this from the Mented site. Congrats to Mented. They are actually in Target. It's only selected items, but I do like that they're available in Target if you can't get it from their website. I'm trying to blend that out. So that's what I would say. Walk in your faith and find your purpose, because with everything going on this for 2020, I feel like it brought a lot of people back to their faith calling, back to learning about you and understanding you, and also being aware of your mental. Because I had to admit, when I was depressed during this season of challenges, that's what I'm gonna call it, a season of challenges, a year of change. Because, girl, we did not know we was going to be sat down, put on timeout for 2020. I don't think any of us planned that, because I was so mad I couldn't go to Atlanta. And I was so dying to go to Atlanta. Oh, I had it ready, girl. But Atlanta, I will be there in 2021. Trust and believe, I'm coming, healthy and all. But I feel like now it's forced. Our faith forced us to do things that we didn't think we could do. So when you talk about buying a house, and you're like, I'm gonna buy a house, your faith challenged you, nah, it's time, going to buy that house. What you afraid of? The numbers of everything is there. Save up and get it. That's how I felt. Never would I thought I would have get a nose piercing. Never would I thought I would have had twins. Never would I thought I would be married. Because I knew at the end of the day where I was 10 years ago, I wasn't ready for marriage. I wasn't ready for kids. I was an itch. When I tell y'all, ooh, you wouldn't have liked me. Like, I was known for just try me. Because I had so much anger and fuel and was mad at everything. Once I set my butt down and that clarity started to happen and God just started to show me the who's and why's and connecting the dots, I was like, oh, I was a plum foolery. I was doing the most. Girl. I started to cut people off. I kept those around that have continued to remain positive in my life. And trust me, if you come around me with that mess, girl, I'll be like, bye, block. I have no problem blocking. I have no problem cutting you. I have no problem being disconnected from anybody, because guess what? You will not bring that negativity around me. You will not have me stirred up. I laugh at the thought of, oh, you thought Tamika 10 years ago was going to come out. Now, let me show you. I know how to completely remove myself and walk away and not feel any shame towards it. I don't even feel bad about it. I just go, time for me to go. And that is the key. I'll be like, time for me to go. I got to go. Because soon as I feel it coming, if I got to start bleeping every other word, it's time for me to go. I could go there, but I don't need to go there. My actions show better of just walking away and removing myself, because I'm like, why am I going to go there and act a fool? What is that 5 minutes going to do? I feel like all it's going to do for you is give you something to talk about for the next few days or a week. So I'm not going to be on TMZ. I'm not going to be on the Shade Room or anybody else's page for you to talk about. So no, I'm walking away. I'm going in with my bottom lashes because I really do like, so far, this look. So that's where I have been. That's what's been going on. I am growing my hair out, if you guys are wondering. So yeah, it's just, girl, continue to elevate yourself. Continue to make your life better. Continue to do good for yourself and for others, because you never know when that blessing comes for you, how it's gonna change your life, or how you may even just change others. This blush is really pretty, but you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Taraji Glow. I'm gonna pull it out and show you guys. It does remind me of Taraji Glow, but let me see. Okay, so here is Taraji Glow. This one is a little bit more of a bricky red. And here is Milani's Coco Felicia. Yeah, those are a little bit dupe. Taraji Glow is a little bit lighter, or this one is a little bit darker, but they're pretty much dupes of each other. I thought I still didn't have this when I found it. So yeah, that was my thoughts. Nothing crazy. Everybody's been good. The kids are excelling in school. Their school is still doing COVID. Yeah, see how that looks? That their school is still doing COVID safety. They are sight reading, which I love, which is like good and bad, because they can read to the point that you can't hide nothing anymore. London calls JUVIAS, which is so funny. But other than that, hubby's doing good. Things are going good. I am constantly thinking of new ideas and things to bring to my channel for you guys. So if you guys have anything you want to see for 2021, let me know. I know you guys still love the Shop My Stash series, and I know you guys have been loving the chit chat. So whenever like something comes to mind, I'm always like, oh yeah, let me talk to y'all about that. I'm gonna go in with this Fenty Hustler Baby highlighter, and this is just a mini one. So, but that is that. I was thinking about doing some HR videos, but honestly, I'll put Shantanique's channel down below. She gives the best HR videos, so if you're interested in HR or want to learn more about HR, her videos have definitely been helpful, and I love her vlog channel. So she's been really like giving a lot of really good tips and information if you're wondering about the industry. I know there's 2 goals that I do want to accomplish for 2021. And I'm not going to say them right now. Well, there's 3. So there's 2 professional goals, and there's 1 personal goal that I'm just going to accomplish. Actually 4. The more I think about it, it's like my list goes. So it's 2 professional, 2 personal goals that I do want to accomplish. I've talked to my husband about the personal one, so he's on board. We're going to accomplish those together. And then the professional ones to elevate my career, I'm definitely am going to accomplish. I'm hoping that things will be clear enough for me to go ahead and continue to accomplish them, or able to do it, because it's going to require some studying and things like that. But I'm definitely going to get them done when time permits. I am loving this eye look. Y'all know I do eye looks, but I don't feel like I'm doing them so dramatic. This is a great like fall one, but I would wear this anytime, honestly. Let's see. Setting spray that I've been loving so far is the Pure Matte Mist. So this one's really good. I do have a video coming up with Brit's Makeup Diary. You guys know Brit does my facials, hands down. If you're in the LA area, check her out for makeup. Check out her channel. I'll post all her stuff down below. But Brit is open. I'm so happy, because I think the last time I seen Brit was like June, and then we had to shut down again. So yeah, so Brit, I will be doing a video with her. She's gonna be doing my facial, so we'll have like a Q&A video for that. I'm gonna come back, show you guys my final look, and then close out this video. All right, you guys, so I am back. Thank you guys for chit chat, get ready with me. You guys know I love these videos. You guys are loving them. I just wanted to come on and encourage you guys to have faith, to definitely walk in your season. Like, know when it's time, and when things don't happen when you want them to, at least know, okay, it's coming, but it's coming when it's time, when God knows that I'm ready, or whenever things may happen. I always feel like at times it's like, man, we be like, man, I really want that right now. And then it's like, would you have been ready for it right then and there? And blessing others, constantly just give back. I'm telling you, it will fold over more and more and more. And sometimes you like, oh, why everybody got to come to me? Or, why somebody always asking me for help? But then you realize how blessed you are and how things change in your life with just the snap of a finger. Like, all right, it's time. Boop. Now it's happening. You're like, oh my God. And taking that time, definitely stay positive. I know that 2020 has been a tough year. I cannot deny it. I cannot say it hasn't been. I hope you guys did vote at the elections, and we are all hoping for change. You guys know that I walk in faith and not by sight, and that's always been my motto. I just walk in faith. I just be like, Lord, let me lead. But this eye look is so pretty. I hope you guys enjoy the new quality on this camera. I will be I'm not sure when you guys are honestly going to see this video, because I still have to record another video for you guys. But if you're wondering on my lips, this is MAC's High Drama. This is a perfect matte fall lip. I love it, so I had to pull it out because I feel like this will work at nighttime. It'll work even during the daytime right now in the fall, but I love this. This reminds me of a Kat Von D Quarterly lipstick, but this does not rub off. It doesn't move. My lips are dry, so I definitely like, as I was applying, I was like, ooh, and it's buildable. I will say that, because you do have to build this up to get that deepness that you want, but I do like that. So that's what's on my lip. As far as this Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette, I really do like this. I have no regrets in purchasing this. I feel like you can get a couple of different looks with this. I don't know about you guys, but I either look for looks to get inspired by, or I just do like this. Like, I just went in and created a look using some colors that I was feeling, and bam, I got the look that I wanted. I will say that this does have a lot of pickup or fallout, so the shadows are very dusty in that way, but the pigmentation and everything is good. I will honestly also say that if you are looking at these pigments right here, you will need something to help pick those up. So like I did makeup brush spray, something like that to pick it up. But other than that, definitely make sure you guys get your hands on it. You will have no regrets. It doesn't even smell like pumpkin. It has a light smell, but it's not a pumpkin smell. Like the gingerbread had a gingerbread smell. But that is it for this long outro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Be on the lookout, because there is a holiday giveaway coming very soon. I want to be able to make sure I get the box to the winner in time. I am hoping to probably do 2 giveaways. We'll see what my funds look like and everything. But other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. Stay blessed. Bye.